More with Senate Judiciary Committee member Senator Tom Tillis. Senator, thanks for being here. We're thrilled to have you on tonight. Now, you have been a member of the Senate Judiciary, and you actually were there during the hearings of Judge Barrett when she was nominated for the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals. What's your take on Judge Barrett?
I think she's extraordinary. I mean, magna cum laude at Rhodes, summa cum laude at Notre Dame, first in her class, highly recommended by a bipartisan group of people that have worked with her as clerks. She's an extraordinary pick, and I think she'll do well in the hearings.
And I understand that today you were there in the Rose Garden and that you, in fact, had an opportunity to talk with some members of her family. Tell us about that.
I did. I actually talked to Liam, her 11-year-old son. I asked him if it was true that her that his dad made his favorite dish, and he confirmed that that was, in fact, true. She has a great family. I mean, we're talking about 7 kids, 2 adopted from Haiti. They're obviously great parents. The children were great to talk to. And she's a great mother. She's a brilliant jurist, and she's going to be a great addition to the Supreme Court.
Well, and do you think that the Democrats are going to take this down the religious path in their effort to make sure that Roe v. Wade is never touched?
Judge, I hope I'm wrong, but I told someone the other day that I think that this hearing may make the Brett Kavanaugh hearing look like a pep rally. I think that they're going to go after her, and not on the basis of her work, of her scholarship, but purely for political purposes. And we're going to have to stand there and make sure that her record is very clear. It's a solid record. It's a great academic record, a great jurist record. She deserves to be treated fairly in the committee. I'm just not really sure that's going to happen. And I do think that they're going to, maybe they'll veil it, but I think there are going to be religious overtones that I personally think is disgusting.
Well, I happen to agree with you, but you were there when Senator Dianne Feinstein, in what many considered a religious attack, said your dogma speaks loudly within you. What was Judge Barrett's? We know what her response was, but what was her persona, her body language, and what did you learn from that in terms of how she'll handle attacks within the hearing itself?
Well, that's why I think she's going to be great in the hearing. I mean, she was poised when people were asking unfair questions. That particular question insulted me as a Roman Catholic. But I think that she just demonstrated some poise, and she understands she's there to answer questions related to law and nothing more. And the personal attacks, I don't think are going to bother her. I think she's going to stay focused. She's very disciplined. She's very brilliant. And I think that'll come across in the hearings. I'm looking forward to being there. I'll be there for the duration, and I'm looking forward to it. I think that she'll do very well. It'll be very difficult. It'll be unfair in many cases. But I think at the end of the day that the American people who are watching are going to see that we've got someone who is an extraordinary pick for the U.S. Supreme Court.
And given that some Democrats voted for her in her appointment in 2017 to the Circuit Court, we'll see if any of them do that this time. Senator Tillis, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Judge.
Dan Bongino thank you. And Dan Bongino and Leo Terrell are on deck. But next, what does Amy Coney Barrett's own family say about the attacks on her religion? Raymond Arroyo spoke with the new nominee's sister, and he joins me next.